You're on the go and you've got to work on the go. So to keep up with your design career or business, we're talking iPad design apps that will keep pace with your life. When you first start designing for the season, you start, of course, with collecting ideas and inspiration. And the first place many of us tend to look for inspiration is the runway. So the first app I like to use is Vogue Runway. Vogue Runway allows you to see the latest seasonal collections from designers as well as street style photos. You can see still photos as well as video. And you can also create boards to save the looks that you like, or you can email them directly to yourself. Great source of inspiration. The second app I love is Pinterest. Like YouTube and video, you can find almost any image on Pinterest, and most of them lead you to an article or a video with more information if you need it. If you're looking for images for concept boards, Pinterest is an amazing resource, and the information and visual possibilities are endless. The third app that I love to use is Adobe Capture. It's an app that mimics many of the things you can do in Adobe Color, but it does so much more. You can take pictures directly through the app and then turn them into a pattern, a brush, or material. And probably what I use this for the most is creating color stories. So you can take a picture of something on the street or upload any picture, and it will immediately help you define the most predominant 5 colors in the image. You can also change the color story based on the color harmonies, or you can choose your own colors. Then save your color story to your Creative Cloud library to use with any of the Adobe apps later. And if you just need to take written notes or even save a picture with your note, you can use my fourth suggested app, Notes, which is default on iPad or iPhone. Honorable mention here goes to Evernote, which is also a great note-taking app. Once you're ready to start designing and actually creating your sketches, these next few apps will be great options. My fifth suggested app and one of my new favorites is Template. Now, this is an app that I've been hearing a lot about, so I thought I'd take it for a spin. There is a free version, which I think is probably best for anyone who enjoys freehand drawing, but if you're not the greatest sketcher and not as well versed in drawing clothing, the $6 a month subscription is well worth it. The program has lots of croquis templates that you can use to freehand sketch over, as well as clothing templates that are awesome to help you draw if you're not as familiar with drawing clothing items. And it has lots of libraries, including patterns for you to choose from. For those of you who are illustrators or designers well versed in drawing fashion, you may want something that just allows you to freehand draw. And if you're like me and already use the other Adobe apps, Fresco or Photoshop are great options for you. Fresco is Adobe's answer to the popular iPad-only app, Procreate, and has a plethora of options when it comes to brushes. What I love most and what sets it apart for me from Photoshop are the live brushes that allow you to mimic the look of watercolor or oil. Even the way colors blend together looks realistic. Otherwise, a lot of the tools are very similar to Photoshop, and the two programs work very well together. And Procreate is still a great app to use. If you aren't using Adobe already, Procreate is a great option. And one that I've continually heard great things about is Autodesk Sketchbook. And the nice thing about Sketchbook is that you have access to many of the same types of tools that Procreate and Fresco offer, but this app is free. Once you've worked through your design ideas and you're ready to translate your designs into tech sketches and hand off a tech pack, you'll want to use my last recommended app. And no surprise here, it's Illustrator. Now, we talk about Illustrator all the time on this channel, so you know it's my choice and what I believe is one of the best, if not the best app to create flat sketches of garments to use for tech packs, CADs, and line sheets. And although you can't do everything on the iPad yet, you can definitely draw a flat sketch, which is one of the most important steps in the fashion process. I will say, as I've stated in this video, that we're not at the point where you can do everything on the iPad. One of the reasons I focused on design development is because the majority of the software I currently use to do tech packs and production are still best on the computer and don't work as well or don't work at all on a tablet. But I know the companies are working on that, so stay tuned. Make sure you check out this video next and like, comment, subscribe, and share this one if you found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.